What if I told you that hidden in a dusty corner of Yale University's library sits a map that could rewrite everything we know about history? A map that shows Viking explorers reaching America 500 years before Columbus. But here's the problem. Experts say it's impossible. Inside, tucked between ancient pages, is a map unlike anything the world has ever seen. The map wasn't just sitting there waiting to be found. It had traveled through shadowy networks of collectors, changing hands multiple times before landing at Yale. Some say it came from a Spanish cathedral. Others whisper about Nazi looting during World War II. The truth? Dobby, nobody knows for certain. It shows Greenland, Iceland, and most shocking of all, a landmass labeled Vinland Insula, Vinland Island, of the Americas, drawn by Viking hands centuries before Columbus was even born. Columbus's legacy was under attack, dating to around 1440. The ink analysis initially supported its age. Everything seemed legitimate. Just when everyone thought the case was closed, new evidence emerged. Advanced spectroscopic analysis in the 1980s suggests the titanium dioxide might be naturally occurring, not synthetic. Maybe the map was authentic after all. Yale acquired the map for the bargain price of $300,000, and it became their crown jewel. Researchers discovered that the map's parchment had been treated with a modern chemical process, who had both the knowledge and opportunity to create such a masterpiece. Fisher was a renowned medieval scholar who had access to rare Viking sagas and the technical skills to create convincing medieval documents. And advanced carbon dating have all been used to analyze every molecule of the map. Some tests support authenticity, others suggest forgery. It's as if the map is deliberately keeping its secrets, but also detected anomalies that might indicate modern intervention. In 2021, researchers at Yale announced they had found microscopic evidence that the ink was indeed medieval, but critics quickly challenged their methodology, leading to an increased archaeological investigation that uncovered real evidence of Norse presence in America. Sometimes it takes a controversy to reveal the truth. Creating a convincing medieval map requires encyclopedic knowledge of period cartography, still attracting thousands of visitors annually. It's labeled as genuine medieval parchment, but with disputed authenticity. It's a perfect summary of its ambiguous status, access to genuine medieval materials, and artistic skills that few possess. The forger, if there was one, was a genius in their own right. Has accomplished something remarkable. It has kept the spirit of Viking exploration alive in the modern world. Every time someone looks at it, they imagine Leif Erikson's longships cutting through the North Atlantic, driven by the same curiosity that makes us question the map's authenticity today. But he died in 1944, and the accusations remain unproven. Or is it the most sophisticated historical hoax ever created? The experts can't agree, and maybe that's exactly how it should be. Some mysteries are more valuable, unsolved, continuing to inspire wonder and debate for generations to come. But supporters argued this could have been done by 20th century conservators trying to preserve an ancient document, not necessarily by forgers. Some scholars refuse to even discuss it anymore, exhausted by decades of inconclusive arguments. The Vinland Map represents our deepest questions about exploration, discovery, and how history is written. Who gets credit for finding the New World? The greatest historical mysteries aren't meant to be solved easily. They're meant to challenge us, to make us question our assumptions, and to remind us that the past is far more complex than we imagine. How do we separate fact from fiction when the stakes are so high? In our age of deepfakes and digital manipulation, how do we determine what's real? The Vinland Map controversy was a preview of debates we're having today about authenticity in the digital age, but scientists were skeptical for different reasons. In 1974, a bombshell study revealed that the ink contained titanium dioxide, a pigment that was used in medieval map making. It wasn't even commercially available until the 1920s. The map that had rewritten history was suddenly looking like an elaborate hoax. This is the story of the Vinland Map, and why its very existence has sparked one of archaeology's most heated controversies. It's 1957, and rare book dealer Lawrence Whitten walks into his shop to find what appears to be a medieval manuscript. But here's where the story gets interesting. The three documents, the map, the Tartar relation, and a copy of Vincent of Beauvais's historical work, had worn holes that aligned perfectly, suggesting they had been bound together for centuries. To understand why this map is so revolutionary, we need to go back 1,000 years. There's Kirsten Seaver, a Norwegian-American historian who has spent decades arguing the map is a forgery. It's pointing to anachronistic details in the Latin text. Then, there's Helen Wallace, former map curator at the British Library, who believed in its authenticity until her death. The Vikings were unjust raiders and pillagers. They were master navigators who pushed the boundaries of the known world. Then archaeologists discovered Lanso Meadows in Newfoundland, proof that Vikings had indeed reached North America. Bought a map, showing it as an island at a time when European mapmakers depicted it as connected to Asia. How could medieval cartographers know this unless they had sailed around it? That would be the holy grail of medieval cartography. Around 1000 AD, Leif Erikson and his crew sailed west from Greenland and discovered a land they called Vinland, the land of wine grapes. For centuries, this was considered nothing more than legend, stories passed down in Icelandic sagas. The Vinland Map doesn't just show that Vikings reached America, it proves they understood its geography. The outline of Greenland is remarkably accurate. When Yale announced the map's authenticity in 1965, perfectly timed for Columbus Day, no less, the academic world exploded. Italian-American groups were outraged. Carbon dating of the parchment showed it was genuinely medieval. But then the doubts began. Here's where the story becomes truly fascinating. Then came another twist. The plot thickened when investigators found that the map's binding matched perfectly with a genuine medieval manuscript called the Tartar relation. Behind every great mystery are the people obsessed with solving it. The most intriguing figure might be the alleged forger himself. Some point to a brilliant German Jesuit named Joseph Fischer. What drives these scholars to dedicate their lives to a single map? It's more than academic curiosity. In recent years, cutting-edge technology has been applied to solve the mystery once and for all. Particle-induced X-ray emission spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy. The results, still inconclusive. The most recent analysis used artificial intelligence to compare the map's features with known medieval cartographic techniques. The AI found patterns consistent with 15th century mapmaking. Whether the Vinland Map is authentic or not, it has already changed history. It forced us to take Viking exploration seriously. The map also raises profound questions about the nature of historical evidence. Consider this. Even if the map is a forgery, it's an extraordinary one. Today, the Vinland Map hangs in Yale's Beinecke Library. The controversy has spawned dozens of academic papers, several books, and countless heated debates. It's created careers and destroyed reputations, but perhaps that's the point. The Vinland Map, real or fake, authentic or forged? So what do you think? Is the Vinland Map a genuine 1,000-year-old document that proves Viking supremacy in New World exploration? The lost Viking map that should unexist, a testament to our endless fascination with the unknown and our refusal to accept simple answers to complex questions.